What up, what up? Lauren Fritsch here, and today I want to share with you about a marketing tool that has changed my business and it's changed my life. It's something that I discovered last year, and I spoke about it on Reverence and Revenue, the virtual retreat I hosted last spring, where I had the opportunity to interview my friend and the creator of said marketing tool, Beth Grant. Now, in that year and change, a lot has happened. Her creation, the Archetype Alignment Grid, has gone viral, and for good reason. And for a lot of different reasons, I rediscovered it just about a month, 6 weeks ago. And it has super impacted what I'm doing with myself and my business as far as marketing. Let me explain. So, rewind to 2007. I gleefully purchased, on a payment plan, using my credit card, a blueprint online success system from Ali Brown. It was like $1,500 bucks. It was my introduction to online marketing, and I didn't do that much with it. I went through and watched the DVDs and looked at the slides and the notebook and stuff, and it just didn't really resonate. And over the years, I've dabbled, dipped my toe into the online marketing world, and really haven't gotten that much traction. If you know me at all, you know that I make a living working in very high-touch environments with corporate clients. So my clients are SMEs, small to mid-sized enterprises. They're usually privately held, and I help the CEO and their teams grow the company. So that tends to be where I make bank. Now, the thing about online marketing and the thing about selling products and services online is that it's much easier to leverage than high-touch consulting. And so as I've gotten older, I've realized, oh my gosh, look, I can package up this same exact intellectual property that I use to help clients achieve massive results in their businesses to the tune of millions of dollars, and sell that in both the corporate and the consumer space. But I have yet to, or until recently, had yet to really, again, find traction with my people. And it was just frustrating. I would dip my toe into that online marketing space and then take my toe back out because it just didn't work. I was very much a people person. I go to yoga classes, or I walk down the street and I meet people who want to hire me to work with their companies. That's literally how it happens. So when I have done new business development, I tended to go the interpersonal route. Now, let's bring this all back to Beth's work, the Archetype Alignment Grid, because this is important. Just a few weeks ago, I was in a place where I was having 3 one-on-one meetings a day for the purpose of new business development for my consulting work, and it was just really bumming me out. The meetings were draining. It wasn't that the people were draining. The meetings were draining me. I would look at my calendar and be like, it looks like friggin' Swiss cheese. I would feel that I was giving away a lot of free content and value in those meetings and not getting that much back, and I just felt really super frustrated and sad. And I was like, I need to look at Beth's work again. So I went back to her work and realized that, oh, according to Beth's grid, I solidly fall into a category called the Truth Guide. Now, most of the people we see who are very visible as marketing gurus are in fact what Beth calls gurus, guru stars, and they're people who say, here's a blueprint, if you follow it, you will get the same exact results I got. And that just didn't work for me. I got results from doing something very different from all the blueprints that you see out there, the blueprints that I've paid thousands of dollars for. They just weren't my thing. And I thought there was something wrong with what I was doing. Well, it turns out that's not the case. I just wasn't being true to myself. So I realized, I'm a truth guide. Truth guides are more about empowering other people to find their own path. I can share what works for me, but I also firmly believe that everybody needs their own specific, customized blueprint. We're all snowflakes. We're all freaking unicorns. And so are our businesses. And a blueprint, in my opinion, isn't going to work. So that's not how I'm going to approach my own marketing, and it's certainly not how I'm going to approach marketing and business growth for my clients, because I fall into that category of truth guide. Now, there are a couple other types too, the connectors and the supporters, and they also have different ways of approaching success. Now, so once you decide what category you fall in as far as Guru Star, Truth Guide, Connector, or Supporter, there's also the element of how do you persuade people? Like, what's your style that way? And the three that stood out for me were charismatic, conversationalist, and then the creative, creator of content. And what I realized is that I was feeling burned out and not getting results because I was spending all my time on these one-on-one meetings. That would be ideal if I were a conversationalist when it comes to persuasion style, but I'm not. I'm a charismatic, and I'm also a content creator. So when I spend time on content creation, I feel awesome. Yay! And when I spend time speaking one-to-many, so on stage where I feel very at home, or on videos like this one, or on live broadcasts like I'm about to do with my masterclass series, or interviewing people, that's when I really am hitting my sweet spot. I'm full of my mojo, and things happen. Like, I always get clients from giving a speech, always. So I realized that I need to cut back on my one-on-ones and expand my platform and my content creation, just because I found myself on Beth's Archetype Alignment Grid. And what I realized is that when I hear other people who are super frustrated with the results they're not getting in marketing and in business, it's typically because there's something off about their Archetype Alignment Grid. Case in point, and this is a little close to home, but I was in Washington, D.C. with my little bro, and he was telling me about how, as a financial planner, he goes on all these one-on-one meetings, and he finds them really frustrating. But he gave one 10-minute talk to his BNI group, and a woman who has the highest net worth in that group is now considering transferring her financial planning to my little brother after a 10-minute talk. There's something for people, and so Charlie, clearly is his name. Charlie is clearly a charismatic in the way that he connects with people, because it's about the group thing. It's about the group experience, and speaking one-to-many works for him, whereas that conversationalist approach of one-on-one isn't necessarily going to work. Now, that's not to say that we won't have one-on-one meetings with people who then are our clients, but as far as the marketing piece goes, marketing is not going to happen on a one-to-one level for people who are charismatics. So that is my story of how the Archetype Alignment Grid really changed what I'm up to. It gave me permission to not to take meetings anymore. It gave me permission to hole up and create content. It is the reason that I just created a new free training program that is super juicy about how to land consulting clients, and I'm really proud of it. It's the reason that I've been able to focus on speaking gigs, and I'm talking to, among others, the American Bankers Association in the coming weeks, and also teaching at General Assembly and speaking at South by Southwest. So because I have that knowledge about myself, and that awareness about myself, thanks to the Archetype Alignment Grid, I can now make decisions that are in alignment with how I roll. And that feels really good. And it's something that you can try too. The Archetype Alignment Grid isn't for everybody. I'm positive that everybody's got to have their own kind of approach to things. But if you're interested in learning more about the Archetype Alignment Grid, I am an affiliate for sure, because it's a tool that I love, and you can definitely sign up for Beth's free stuff. It's awesome, and you will learn enough from the free stuff that you'll be able to implement it in your own business, your own life. I also highly recommend her for like $97, you get a recording and you get a little bit more information about the archetype all the different archetypes and some examples so that you have tangibility when it comes to where you find yourself on the grid. So go for it if that's up your alley. And thanks for listening to my experience. If you have any questions, feel free to ping me. And I'm super curious about what you are. So go check it out, download her free kit, and tell me what your archetype is. Post it here in the YouTube comments. You can post it on my blog. You can ping me on Facebook, but let me know, or Twitter. Let me know what you are, because I want to know what my audience comes up as. I suspect that we might all fall into a similar category, but you never know. There could be people who are all over the map on the Archetype Alignment Grid, and I think it'd be really interesting to know. So, yay, that's my experience for the marketing tool that has really, really helped me a ton recently, and I hope that it helps you too. Peace.